Allie, why don't you introduce Sherry and tell everybody what we're going to be entertain or learning about today.
Sure, absolutely. Welcome to Chere Nelson. Sheri was born an identical twin. I always wanted a twin, as a Piscean Gemini, and she has 35 years of healing experience. She is an attuned Reiki master, but now she works directly with her I Am Presence. And her healing abilities come directly from source and not through another intermediary. She teaches spiritual subjects and served as a preschool teacher and a biochemist. So Sheri's spiritual gifts include clairvoyance, clairaudience, and knowing. She's been long interested in the use of the pendulum, and she recently developed the skill after putting it together with her pyramid. She watched JCK's video featuring the Pyramid Science Foundation's own Charlie and Lisa and knew it was her thing, fitting well into her lifelong interest of sacred architecture and sacred structures. And she says she drives people crazy looking up, looking for the wonders hidden in plain sight. So she bears strong connections to Native Americans and the galactic realms. And she and her business partner created the Global Collaboration of Light, which has been a gift to the world. Always seeking balance of the masculine and feminine, Sheri now happily finds herself as a generator and a projector of light. Welcome, Sheri.
Thank you,
Welcome, Sheri.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Here I sit in my beautiful paradise right outside of Stockholm, Sweden. And I'm here because of love. There's a little bit of a story with that, which I can talk about later because it's full of miracles. So just want to say where I'm sitting in my pyramid on a vortex outside in my backyard. And behind me, you see nature preserve and an outhouse because this house was built 85 years ago. And back then it was a summer house. So there's an outhouse back there, but we don't use it. And in my pyramid, I have two very large hematites, which are really good to keep people grounded. And if I'm doing distance work, I always put a sheet of paper with the client's intention and my own intention going in under a hematite for grounding. So I have on my mobile, which is about a meter away, 528 hertz music. And let's see, I want to make sure I get all this. I drew a card for us today for the collective, and it was worthiness. And I think that's really something that all human beings struggle with. Am I worthy? Am I deserving? Can I receive, etc.? So be sure to sort of check your worthiness quotient after we do this session. See what you feel inside. I also used my pendulum to see what the Bovis light force was before the session and then after the session. We came in at 5 billion as a starter. Now that's amazing, really. I'm hoping we can get to 100 billion when I'm finished, but we'll see. I'll check that when we're finished. And yes, I was born an identical twin, and I lost my sister 3 days after birth, and that set up a pattern in me of abandonment, which has been run through my life to find my own power. Turns out my daughter turns up as my twin sister. So that was really wonderful. And we have the struggles of sisters, and we have the struggles of mothers and daughters, but we're very close. She now lives in South Bend, Indiana, and my son lives in Belmont, North Carolina, and I live here. So COVID has definitely affected all of us because they can't come here and I can't really go there without a Vax Pass or a PCR test, which I refuse to do. So how did it sort of start with me? A very old picture of my father that I placed on Facebook. He's tossing me up in the air as a 1-year-old, at least, and there's light in the picture coming into my crown, which I never saw until about 2 years ago. It's amazing. So I feel that sometimes I said they ran out of families, so they put me in mine. But yeah, I was there definitely to bring light to my family. And when I was a little girl, when I would be in that state between sleep and awake, I could make myself as large as the whole world. And then I'd go, uh-oh, I may not be able to come back. And boom, I'd come back. Or I could make myself as small as the head of a pin. And then the same thing, uh-oh, I hope I can come back. And I would every time, of course. So anyway, moving on, as Ali said, I was a Reiki master. I did a long course in heart work where we learned all about energy and living from the heart. I did that for years. I studied acupressure, reflexology, light language, dowsing, and calligraphy. I'm a calligrapher. Also interesting with my balance of being both a healer and a biochemist. So I find that interesting with balancing masculine and feminine energies. Coming to Sweden was an intuitive and incredibly courageous thing to do. I was 49 years old. I met Anders at a healing session. We worked on each other, and the woman who was conducting it said, these two may only work together because they're heart doctors. And lo and behold, he came to visit me 3 times in the States. He's a journalist. And then we decided that I needed to visit him in Sweden. So I knew that I was going to stay. Well, I knew something big was going to happen. That's how I describe it. So I took my important papers with me and came. And then every single night in my 2-week vacation, I was awakened at 3 a.m. and was talked to. And they said, you are staying in Sweden, over and over. And I never told Anders until he had a party for me, a going away party. And he took me out to a very lovely Greek restaurant the night before I was supposed to leave. And I told him then. And he said, oh, he was a bit shocked. But anyway, I stayed. Everything in my life in the States had come to a close, a natural pause. So it was really a perfect opportunity. And here, not only have I just had the most incredible miracles with getting my papers, we believed that there was another way than following the rules, which said that you apply and then you go back to your home country until they contact you. So we wrote to each consulate in Europe and told the love story. And all of them said, oh, we can't do that, we can't do that, until Denmark, the last one to contact us. And I had gone to the police station to get my tentative, papers. And then I called the Danish embassy, or consulate it was, and they agreed to hear my case. So I went, and she went through her papers. This was a woman named Bodil Lund, and I love her. And she went through her papers and said, oh, are you Susie Q? Are you Veronica Dieland? No, I'm Chere Nelson. And she couldn't find my papers. And she said, did you go to the police station? I said, yes. Did you do this? Did you do that? Yes. Well, I don't know what happened, but you're in. This is a miracle. This has never happened before. And I said, well, I believe in miracles, yes. So I gave her my money. She called Anders and said to him, your sambo, that means living together, not married, samaboenda, is about to get all her papers taken care of. You'll get them in 3 days. Do you know this is faster than defecting Soviet athletes? And we said, yes, we do. We believe in miracles. So that's the start of an amazing journey being here. I'm also very aware, yes, I can speak Swedish. I've had lessons. I've been a principal. I've been a vice principal of schools here. But it's important that I'm the English expert, and everybody speaks English here. It's absolutely amazing. And what I have learned, because I always seem to go back to English, is that I have coding in my words in English, but not in any other language. So the coding that I put out are healing codes. And therefore, it feels very odd when I don't speak English, because it feels like I'm not serving my purpose. So actually, I used the pyramid and my pendulum and put 7 different languages in the pyramid, and then measured before and after with the pendulum. And English came out on top. It has the highest vibration, even among like Sanskrit and those kind of languages. So therefore, it really told me that I was onto something, and this is very important for me. So anyway, that's a bit of my story. And then I was at a healing course, and it felt like it was called Clear Balance, and it felt like I already knew how to do everything they were teaching, but sort of in my own way. But there I met my business partner. She approached at a youth hostel where we were staying, and I just started blah, 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 blah to her in English. And she answered in English, and it was a total instant connection. And turns out, if you're into this, that she is an aspect of my twin flame. So we work together in our business, which is Global Collaboration of Light.com. And we have clients all over the world. A very large number of clients at the moment come from Toronto, Canada, due to her cousin living there. So it's pretty amazing. We meet clients on whereby.com, And that seems to be a really good venue for us because it's pretty steady. I don't have incredible internet here in the middle of the forest. So it works for us pretty well. And now I think I've been talking pretty much long enough. If anybody has any questions, you can ask me now or at the end, and we can begin the healing. Charlie, how does that sound?
That sounds good.
I
You're
guess it would
muted.
help if I unmuted. That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So as I said, we're going in collectively at 5 billion. So I'd like you first before we
Sheri,
start.
I hate to interrupt, but there's somebody who came on who I wanted to introduce to the audience anyway. Bill
Oh,
McKenzie.
please.
Yeah, Bill
Please.
McKenzie just came on. Bill used to be on the Pyramid Quest live streams that Lisa and I did last year. So he's an expert dowser, and so I just wanted to ask Bill to please douse along with you, so we'd have another set of
Wonderful.
of
Okay.
numbers.
Is
Hi,
he on
Bill.
already? Because I can only see myself and 3 other people. Is he on, Charlie?
Bill is on and he's muted. Let me see if I can unmute him.
Oh, there I go.
Oh, there you go. Hi,
Hello
Mr.
there.
McKenzie.
Hello.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you? It's nice to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be seen.
Please, anybody who wishes to do your pendulum, I took a reading on the collective that's gathered today and got on the Bovis chart 5 billion. So anyone else feel totally free to douse that. And we're going to talk about being fully present today, fully present during the healing. So the outer world drives us outward, plus mixed with our own shadow. It drives us outward. And that's when we have to do our shadow work, if we know what that is. And some people do it, some people don't. If you don't do it, it keeps coming back over and over and over in different forms. So the trick, of course, is to come back to your own center, knowing how to do that. And what I'd like you to do today when I'm conducting this healing is to quiet yourself and hold your heart and focus the attention on your heart space. And I'd like you to speak out loud so it goes out to the universe, your committed intention for the work today. So if everyone can do that now, please. My committed intention is to conduct a healing so that others may raise their vibration. Peaceful. So as a result of your intention, you can expect an organic unfolding. You may not notice it at first, but just be conscious, be aware, and it will come. I begin by cleansing my hands in shamanic water, which I've already done. And then, now this is biosonic tuning forks, C and G, which I begin. Music is 528 hertz. And we begin. Light language may come through. I'm not sure. It just depends. Right away, I see as a collective, an elephant has come to help us. They remember everything. And there's also a benevolent alien here who is to help us. Okay. Some light language is coming through my hands now. This is the first time this has really happened. So thank you for being present so that that can allow itself to come through. Amanachi, job. Yonder, yama, I see a flat horizon on an ocean flow, enhancing the flow in each of us, feeling the flow, moving with the flow, not against the flow of feeling, the flow of healing. Oh, healing green everywhere in the field around us. I'm facing in the direction of the south. The pyramid is located at magnetic north. The south represents trust, growth, love, courage, and humility. Now there's an expansion of the healing light between two layers of increased density that we need to move to stretch the light. The heart of all of you has now come in to assist with this. Thank you. There's pink light over top of the healing green light. Compressing down for increased focus. Be present, hold your heart, be present. Healing green everywhere on the field, blending the masculine and feminine for balance, and the 0 point. Okay, I see a collective DNA strand being activated. Red with activation now. Surrounded by the green healing light. Lifting up, lifting, 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 lifting. Pulsating magenta light now, coming up in the 5th dimension. Full field of magenta colored light. Wonderful. Spreading outward. I see the yin yang symbol. All of us are finding our own balance. Up, up, up. Iana, Iana, Iana. Audio, audio, Iana, Iana. Balancing and smoothing the DNA. Spines are straight. Healing light coming down. Make sure your grounding cord is deep into the center of Mother Earth. So important to stay grounded now. Moving north and south. North, wisdom, gratitude, and acceptance. South, trust, growth, love, courage, humility. Keep breathing, keep grounding, open to receive. Receiving is one of the gifts of the shadow. There's a break here. Someone fix that. A break simply in the energy. Now kind of body moving. Circles. Clockwise circles going in. Energy going in, 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 chaka, ana chaka, cha, cha, Oh, beautiful, beautiful combination of orange and gold light coming in now. Open heart, open wide. Spinning propeller, clearing out the old. Feeling green, new is in. Smoothing, light blue coming, the thymus chakra, light aqua color, activating the thymus above the heart, between the heart and the throat. Hitting all the directions now. Infinity sign. Archangel Metatron is here. That is his symbol. There's some cords that need to be cut. Call on Saint Germain with his mighty sword to cut the cords that need to be cut in the collective. We humbly ask your help. Boy, that was instantaneous. Woo. Feeling green. Body amo, 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 amore, amore. Ah, ah. Violet light, healing green, pushing away. Okay, open, 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 open heart, more, more, more. Open your heart. Give yourself permission. I choose to open my heart. Please say that, all of you. Ooh, it's coming. Open, open, hold your heart. Dare to open your heart. There, healing green, thank you. Oh, this is taking on some energy to run it through my body and let it go. A lot of energy here now. Orange, color of creation. Wow, so much energy. Ooh. Mixing with gold. Turning to real gold. Color mixing with healing green everywhere. Ooh. Purple. Rough patches on the heart are coming up to be healed. Restitch, sort of, I would say. They look like a peach pit. They're being smooth. Feeling green. We're coming out counterclockwise out of that. See a starburst, a star surrounded by cranberry colored. It looks like yarn, bubbles sort of. Okay, that's gone. Healing green. I see a fetus, which means to me that you're all being reborn. Pink everywhere. Deep pink. Drifting up to the light. Whatever troubles anyone's having have been lifted to the light, at least at this level. Whatever level that you're functioning.
Sheri, can you unmute yourself?
Sheri, you're muted.
Fine.
There, now we can hear you.
Oh, have you missed the whole thing?
Nope, just the past few minutes you've been muted.
Oh, weird. Okay. So we were moving from east, insight, illumination, and clarity, to the west, release and letting go, to the north, wisdom, gratitude, and acceptance, back to the east, moving to the south, trust, growth, love, courage, humility, moving to the center of all the directions. Deeply grateful to Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, the helpers who assisted today in this group. Take a deep breath. Deeply grateful. Thank you. When you're ready, very slowly open your eyes and when I'm ready, check with my pendulum. Still moving with something that's going on for someone. Checking with my pendulum. Group energy, 100 billion. Way to go. Enjoy the energy that you've all created. Take your time. Take your time coming back. Breathe deeply, way down in your belly. Be sure to ground yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheri. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Felicity says, thanks, wonderful. And Kate says, I had a warmth in my palms much of the time. I felt prickles in my scalp, and then a couple of big periods of all over body tingles. And then she pushed energy outward in ever expanding circles, and it felt magnificent. And Sheri, thanks. Sheri Newcomb, thanks you, Sheri, for this healing session. Dana says, wowza. And Connie says, wow, with a sparkle emoji, a heart sparkle emoji, and a shooting star emoji. Barbara says, that was awesome. Thank you so much. All the way from Switzerland. And Jeanette, thanks you, Sheri. And Regina says, thank you, that was wonderful. And her power animals were showing up right away. And thank you so much, Sheri. That was very powerful.
Yes, it was for me too.
Me too.
Yeah, that was wonderful, Sheri. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I have tears in my eyes.
Aw,
It was beautiful. How can people get in
honored
touch
to
with
have.
you? How
Sherry,
can people?
Yes.
Go
Oh, I'm
ahead.
sorry.
no, I was just going to ask you, you gave us the ending number of 100 billion for the, what was it at the beginning? Do you
It
remember?
was at 5 billion.
5 billion. Okay. Because, I'm going to let her maybe talk about this, but we got a question earlier today, or I did, from Kate privately, and it basically was asking about her energy field, and I'll let her describe it, but what she wrote was, is it normal to be at 50 to 100 billion all the time after spending a lot of time in the pyramid? I started out at 100 billion this morning, or even getting into it, and this happens a lot now. So, and I thought I'd ask you, Sheri, Bill, of course, has done a lot of dowsing for us as well. Anybody who has answers to that or
In my opinion, because I'm working on a lot of clients repeatedly. There is actually a woman who comes almost every other day, and what it says to me is that it's your ability to hold the vibration. If you can stay consistent, I'm able to stay pretty consistent, but I don't have a very stressful life at the present time. What's hard is having, like you feel now, and then going out in the world to a job where you're around, not necessarily, but lower vibrations, to hold your own vibration. That is the challenge. And everyone that I interact with now is saying the same thing. Hold your vibration. That is how we're going to heal the world. Hold your vibration. Do your shadow work. And I mean, what I feel, my experience is that I know I'm in 5D already, but we go from 5D and there's something unprocessed in us. We go down to 3D and then come up again. Go down to process, come up. It's until you can stabilize in 5D. I don't think I'm stabilized in 5D, but I spend most of my time there now. So just be sure when you go out in the world, and there are all kinds of restrictions and everything else, depending on what country you're in, be sure to protect yourself with light, ground yourself. One of the ways that, if I could just digress and teach you something about good boundaries, which has always been a bugaboo for me. If you imagine, a meter is like a yard, so approximately. Imagine and copy an image of yourself in front of you, 1 meter or 1 like yard away. Then copy yourself all the way around your waist, copy yourself up all the way around, just like a pyramid, or put yourself in a pyramid. And then you fill that, like what I do, if I've picked up some toxicity, I sort of vacuum that space, visualize a vacuum. Send it out your feet into Mother Earth, as deep as you can imagine, with your grounding cord from your root chakra down to the center. And then open up again. Stay in your heart. That's the key. Not here, here. This has a brain too, and you need to learn to use this brain, not this brain. So let's see if there's anything else I need to say about that. But the whole key right now is to hold your vibration. So I don't have my glasses, so I can't always read what's coming through. So,
Are there any other questions for Sheri? Sheri, how did you feel when you incorporated the pyramid into your healing sessions?
oh, much stronger energy. Yeah. And what has come, I've done light language for a while, but it's stronger now. And for the first time today, it came through my hands, which
Nice.
now in the winter, I'll move my pyramid up to my healing room, which actually I've been given is a gateway to a portal. And they gave me the number. It's 3569. It's very powerful upstairs, so I can't wait to put this up there. But I wanted to both heal the earth, and it's on a vortex, and I just wanted it outside because there's nothing like Swedish summer. And it's so dark the rest of the year. So that's the thing I've noticed today, right away. Also, I mean, I always get symbols, I always get colors, but this was new. And the incorporation of the medicine wheel was different today, but I trust everything that comes, so yeah. I have the caduceus coil up here, and I'm waiting for the amplifier and the capstone. I can't wait. Yes, I can, of course, but much stronger with the caduceus coil too. It just vibrates in your hand.
Yep. Yep, that's right.
It's amazing. I don't quite know how to hang it when the amplifier comes in the capstone. I've just got it on a hook at the top now.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later, though.
Okay, cool.
I usually just lay mine across the Apex amplifier.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I also want to say that I'm really pretty new to the pyramid, but it just felt so natural. And mostly, like I said, I have a client who comes about every other day, and she has just been transformed. And she will often call me at night and say, "Can you put me in the pier?" She calls it. And okay, what's your intention? I write out her name. I write her intention. I measure her on the Bovis chart. And she's very intuitive. She usually tells me 40 minutes, and then I measure her afterwards, and it always goes way up. So it's just been the most incredible thing. And to find all of you, it's like, oh, my important puzzle piece. So.
Well, I'm excited for you to get your amplifier and your capstone and to see the difference. It's a noticeable difference when you do receive it. So it's nice to have just the Stargate at first to feel the power of the Stargate, and then how it enhances the power with the accessories.
You can, when you're walking toward the pyramid, you can feel it, like it buzzes for some people. And everybody's just over the moon about it. So it's very exciting. Yeah.
Well,
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Sheri.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I have some more questions, Sheri, on
Sure.
that I'm just thinking about out loud about techniques to maintain the higher vibration that you get from the pyramid. And Bill's on, and Bill's been working with us for a long time, and so he knows, like, for example, my energy field, I guess I have a lot of work to do still, because my energy will go down to, outside the pyramid to 35, 40,000, 50,000, depends on the day. But it sounds as though, they're, like Kate and others are actually maintaining that higher level. And I'm wondering if there were some techniques, I'm just thinking out loud, that maybe you could come back at some point and demonstrate for us, and maybe we could actually test to see, I'm just thinking out loud, but I would, I know when I'm inside the pyramid now that my energy is as high as, I can ever expect it to be. But it doesn't stay that way for me. So I would love to, the shadow work you're talking about, or whatever other technique you might have for maintaining that, I think would be maybe of interest to everyone. I don't know, but I'll ask.
I think it would, because for me, two answers come up right away. One is boundaries, having good boundaries. If you're an empath, especially, and you're like a sponge taking in whomever is around you, and they're perhaps lower energies. The power for all of us is in the shadow, turning the shadow to light. And the shadow is inside of all of us, no matter who we are. It's usually related to beliefs that we hold, traumas. Like I stated in the beginning, I want to say, to acknowledge that, tremendous abandonment issues all throughout my life. And what you focus on can become your reality if you're not careful. So you have to pay attention and be present to yourself. To thy own self be true. so important. You speaking your truth and standing up for yourself. And it goes back to the card I drew, which was worthiness for all of us. And usually usually everybody on this planet in their core has worthiness issues that are related to love.
Sure.
Am I worthy of being loved? That's it. Am I worthy to give and receive love? So it's just a reminder, and we all work at different levels. So it's for me now, like my cousin asked me, she said, well, how do you know what you need to work on? And I said, well, for me, it's automatic. I just roll through life, flow through life, and everything comes up that I have to deal with. So I'd be happy to do another session with everybody with some of those techniques. And of course, meditation is so important.
Sure.
There are all kinds of meditation. You can be painting and you're in the meditative state. You can do a moving meditation. So whatever works for you.
Cool.
If anybody else has any techniques or comments, that would be great.
Sheri, how does it feel to live in 5D reality? Okay, share with us.
Most of the time, it feels wonderful. But I mean, I live in a very, very peaceful place, as you can see. I'm retired, so I mean, retired from work life. I do healing. So it just feels so full of love. That's the real answer. And that gradually you don't get emotionally triggered as easily. Still do, especially if it's someone like really close to you. But it somehow, it's a little hard to describe, but it's almost like you have a little bit of distance from other people's emotions. And of course, you don't heal everybody unless they ask for it. There actually is one technique that you can use that's okay, that doesn't interfere with someone's process, because that would be against spiritual law. You can say, this is really important, you can say, I am my I am presence. And I am one with the I am presence of, and you name the person. What it really means is that your higher self is contacting their higher self, and they're working together so that they can recognize or become aware. The higher self will keep poking the person until they're awake. It also depends totally on like how awake they are, how effective that is. But it really works for traumatic situations, difficult interactions. It's starting to rain here.
Uh-oh, look out.
Time. Thank you so much.
It's amazing. But it's okay. I'm all right. I brought my rain hat.
Well, good. Sheri, if people are interested in getting in touch with you, how would they do that?
Okay. On Facebook, I'm Chere Nelson, and I work with Global Collaboration of Light, all one word, .com. And also my email address is Sheri.Nelson
Uh-oh. I think we lost her.
I think so.
Well, maybe while
Son
she's,
I
at
have her email
gmail.com.
address. I'll post it. Okay.
I love
Who,
your
me?
wearing hat.
Did you hear me?
Can you?
Okay, good. It says the umbrella over the computer.
oh, okay, you're back. Good, good.
Okay, if there are a few more questions.
Let's see, yeah, we've got contact. Oh, let me at least tell everybody, or Allie, why don't you, about next week? We're gonna have Carmel Toomey on. For those of you who saw Lisa's and my interview with JCK, she did a lot of, she had a lot of testimonials. She's a healer from the UK, and she'll be talking about some of the specific, healings that she's had with the pyramid, and I look forward to it. I will not be here next week because I'm going on actually a long weekend vacation, which I haven't had in about 2 years. So
Yay.
Lisa and Allie will be handling the show, and maybe there should be yay for that too. So who knows?
No, no. You will be missed. And I haven't had a chance to connect with Carmel, but I hope to this weekend.
Absolutely. We have a lot of testimonials on our website, but they don't involve the pyramid yet because I'm kind of waiting. Well, actually, yes, we have some people that put testimonials on the website. And I have a lot of information for you guys, but because I'm sort of doing research all the time, but I want to send some of that to you in a good form.
That would be great.
We talked about that. I just realized also the other day, I put organs of like my body, what I need to heal in the pyramid, and then measured on the Bovis chart before and after, like kidneys and heart. I just put that in with my intention, and it's amazing.
Wow. Wow.
Do you write the word kidney on a piece of paper? Yes. Okay.
I write my name, I write kidney, I write heart, whatever. I measure each organ individually before and after. And it just came to me to try that. And yeah, it was amazing. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Nice.
So are there any other questions?
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much again, Sheri.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you. And I'd love, if you have any more questions, or I'd love to have some feedback of what organically unfolds for you. So yeah, you can send me an email, or maybe you put it on the space, Charlie. I don't really know, or Lisa, I don't know how that works.
Well,
okay.
We're making it up as we go as well. So we'll finish up there. Yeah, and
Perfect.
for those of you, one final thing, the website is still down. I apologize. So that's the reason I'm saying, we'll have to work it out. I hope to have the forum set up here in the next week or so. They're still working on that. So we'll have a forum to post this kind of information. So we're working on it.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Don't forget about the Love Blast meditation. We're going to start those this Wednesday.
Yeah.
This Wednesday at 1:33 Eastern. So that'll be about 6:33 UK time. The following week, we're going to gear it more towards Australia time. So we're going to do it at 7:33 p.m. and then 9:33. That'll be about 9:33 a.m. for Australia. So
okay,
we'll send you guys out some information.
Okay. Would it be on this Zoom?
Yes.
On this Zoom channel. Okay,
yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Bye.